Ever dreamed of a cruise but thought it was way out of your budget? Well, I'm here to show you that luxury can be affordable. Just go in there and show you. I booked a 2-night cruise from Southampton, England to Germany on MSC Preziosa, and the whole thing cost me under £100. Join me as I explore this incredible ship. Look at this! Indulge in all the food, check out the entertainment, and then discover a beautiful German city, all on a shoestring. Hello everybody, hope you're all well. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to a brand new video. You join me on another travel vlog today. I am currently on the train from Clapham Junction, heading down to Southampton, off on another cruise. It's a 2-night cruise over to Hamburg in Germany with MSC, which I've done before, but I've never been on this particular ship before. So I'm very excited about trying out a new ship with MSC. This is the itinerary here. So you can see that today I am embarking, and then I've got a day at sea tomorrow, and then I'll arrive in Hamburg. And yeah, we'll arrive in Hamburg on day 3. So it's a naughty shorty, and I'll be flying home as well. So I've booked BA flights back to Heathrow Airport from Hamburg. The ship that I'm going to be sailing on is the MSC Preziosa. I've just got some facts up here. It's a Fantasia class cruise ship. Now, she entered service in March 2013. I actually had a dream last night that I got onto the ship, I embarked, and it was really, really dated. I just had a strange dream, and yeah, it was like proper 80s, so we'll see. Maybe my dream will come true or not. It's funny how sometimes you have a dream about your travels the night before you go away, isn't it? And it says here that she is the 4th ship in the Fantasia class and cost a whopping $550 million US. So yeah, I'm taking the train down. Well, I've just got to do my ticket. Talking of the train tickets, I actually booked them quite late, so it's cost £29 for a single, but you can get it for around £11 if you do book it in advance. I'm coming down from Clapham Junction because that's the most convenient to me, but if you're coming from more central London, then the train from Waterloo is also very quick. It takes just over an hour from Clapham Junction. Yeah, I'm going to sit back, relax. It's always quite a nice journey down to Southampton Central. I've got myself a little Costa. It's a nice little routine to pick one of these up at Clapham Junction, set me on my way, and yeah, before we know it, we will be embarking and on our way to Hamburg. I've made it to Southampton. I'm now doing the walk to the cruise terminal, which isn't the most scenic of walks. It's kind of along a bit of a dual carriageway. You go past the retail park, which is just opposite from the train station. You've got a little Dunelm there, a Dreams, Wren Kitchens, if you fancy having a browse in any of them before jumping on your cruise. And yeah, it's about 10-15 minutes walk. Here we are. Here's 5 of my top tips to save money on your next cruise. 1. Book off season and always look for discount codes. You'll find the best deals when it's not peak holiday time. 2. Consider an inside cabin. It's where you'll save the most money. You're not spending all day in your room anyway. 3. Take advantage of the free activities. There's so much included in the cruise price. 4. Be aware of extra costs. Drinks, specialty restaurants and excursions all add up, so set a budget and stick to it. And 5. Read the cruise planner carefully. It's your guide to all the activities and events happening on board. One of the things I love about cruising is how quick it is to embark the ship in comparison to going through security and all the rest of it at the airport. I find it much quicker. So yeah, with carry-on luggage and go straight through to security. Well, I didn't check in online, which you can do to speed things up a little bit. So if you don't do that, they're all really helpful here. There's loads of staff here at the terminal, and also very helpful. So they just take your passport and give you a little sticker to let you through. And then I'm going to go to the check-in desk now to check in and get my boarding pass. Well, just after me saying there's loads of helpful staff here, guess who lost their passport when I got to the check-in desk? It was nowhere to be seen. I thought it must be at the bottom of my backpack somewhere. But basically I'd pulled it out of its holder to get the sticker put on it because I don't have my boarding pass. So that was to allow me through security. And yeah, I didn't put it back in its case properly. I think it slipped out. So one of the staff very kindly helped me back to security, and we were able to retrieve it because it was actually just underneath where those trays are that you put through the security machines. So, phew, that was a mini drama, but all rectified. So now I do have my boarding pass, and that will allow me onto the ship. The boarding pass tells you your cabin number. Then when you embark the ship, you can go to your cabin to collect your room key, which also works as kind of like your credit card whilst you're on board if you want to do any spending. And so you need that all the time, basically. And also you need that card when you get off the ship. If you're doing any shore excursions, it kind of gets you on and off. Yeah, once you have embarked the ship, you can go and collect that from your cabin, and you're also able to dump your cases in the cabin if you've got some hand luggage. The cabins will be ready at 2 p.m, so in the meantime you can always go and get a bit of food. There's usually places to eat that are open. You can just get a little glimpse through here. Okay, on we go. And we are on. Hi, thank you. I'm just going to head to my cabin, I think, to dump my bags.
Deck 9. This is deck 6. You
Yeah.
need to go to the lift here in the corner to
Okay, perfect, thank you.
Wi-Fi package.
Oh, no, I'm all good, thank you. Thanks. Oh, this is cool, the fountain over here. Look at that. All right, look at this. This is very nice. Oh, look at the lifts over there. It's quite a glitzy entrance. It feels very busy on board. Lots of people having drinks down there. Wow, I think we might have quite a full ship. Before I head to the cabin, I just thought I would show you the time, which is 13:12, and the train from Clapham Junction was 11:12. So it's taken exactly 2 hours from London to take the train down here, to walk to the cruise ship, and to be on board. So I think that is pretty impressive, and that even included a bit of faff when I lost my passport. So yeah, fantastic. Right, let's go and find the cabin. So my cabin is on deck 9, and if you're a little bit lost, they've got these maps everywhere by all of the lifts, which will show you the forward of the ship and also the aft, so you kind of know which way you're heading. And then you have the layout here, which follows that. And then you also have the two different sides of the ship, and it will explain to you all the different room numbers here. It also has the red dot to show you whereabouts you are. So I'm here by the lifts. Very handy to refer to all of these. And then you also have information with all the different codes, and then it will tell you what's on all the other decks. So if you want to go and get some food somewhere and that kind of thing, you can use the colour code. So you've got things like a la carte restaurants, is the little chef's hat. You've got your buffet restaurants, which is like the dinner plate, the bars, which are the purple cocktail glasses, sports facilities and so forth. So yeah, quite easy to navigate once you kind of get the hang of things. I do always end up walking in the wrong direction though, especially after one of those. You have this kind of wraparound corridor. I've never seen one like this before, just before kind of heading to the cabin. That's very cool that you can see right the way down like this. Makes it feel a little bit more open. I like that a lot. And all the mirrors everywhere as well. Love this. So I've booked an interior cabin for this cruise, with it being a short one. I think there's always split opinions on whether to get an interior cabin or not. It can work out a lot cheaper, but then sometimes it's not much more to then upgrade to a balcony cabin. Sometimes what you can do with MSC as well is book the cheapest option, which would be the interior cabin, and then they'll email you upgrades. And I've had that every single time I've booked with them. So there's options to upgrade, you kind of bid to upgrade. And it's usually from something like £25 per person to upgrade to maybe a cabin with a window, and then the prices kind of continue. I think it's like maybe £45 as a minimum bid to upgrade to a balcony cabin, and that's for your entire cruise. But yeah, the price of this one, I'm traveling with my partner, so it's based on 2 sharing, and we've got it for under £200, booked by Scanner, which I always go on there. It's just a very easy way to kind of compare lots of different cruise lines, and you can pop in where you're travelling from, when you want to go and how long. So what I'll often do is go on there and just see what's going from Southampton, pop the price low to high and see if there's any good deals. And yeah, this one came up quite reasonable. And they often have like a little discount code as well. It's usually just on their emails or like on the website, where you pop in an additional discount code and you'll get like £25 or maybe £40 off your total cruise price as well. So always worth checking that. And I've gone completely the wrong way, so going back the way I came now, because these are all balcony cabins along here by the looks of things. So I think I need to, yeah, go in to where the inside cabins are. Okay, here we are, 9119. I got that completely wrong. I didn't even read the number correctly. It's 9199. Okay, this looks more like it because we have the double corridor. So we have the inside cabins on the left here and the balcony cabins on the right. So yeah, I'm going to concentrate now. And here we are, 9199, and the keys are on the door. So what you do is just take your key, and this card also on the other side will tell you your number, it'll tell you your dining times and all that kind of information on there, so you have that to hand. All right, in we go. Pop that in to get some power, and I'll just give you a quick whistle stop tour of the cabin. Well, it's nice and cool in here upon entry, which is always good, because sometimes I worry that these kind of rooms can feel a bit stuffy with them being, you know, completely interior. I think the mirror over here, just first impressions, really opens up the space rather nicely. Oh, that's a bit strange that you get the other reflection there. Looks like someone's walking behind me. So yeah, we've got bedside tables either side of the bed, drawers in them, remote control there, a little lamp either side. And then on the other side over there, you've got the phone as well. So you've got room service, you've got the spa, medical centre, emergency, wake up call, and reception. Very handy. And then some interesting artwork. Let's have a look down here. Dear guests, we kindly request you to check all luggages in your cabin. If you find a bag, soft trolley with yellow zipper, we kindly request you to contact reception. Interesting. So that if anyone has received this one in error, they're asked to contact reception. I guess that's one way of sorting out that. Hamburg information here. You've got the Hamburg highlights, snapshots of Hamburg, different itineraries that you can do. Now, I'm actually going to be picking up a hire car from the airport, and I asked them just now how much the transfer to the airport was. I think it was $25, was it $25 or £25? I'm not sure. And then it's 10, I think it was dollars to get to the train station, where you can jump on the train to the airport very quickly. I will price an Uber to the train station as well, because the train is very reasonable and an Uber might not be much more than two people getting the transfer. So we'll see. Always worth checking that when you're disembarking somewhere, see what the options are in terms of, like, you know, going to do a bit of sightseeing. And if you don't want to be part of a tour, often you can, sometimes you can even walk, you know, so it's always worth checking on Google Maps exactly where the ship arrives at too, because sometimes it's very easy to walk. Like in Le Havre in France, I was able to walk into the centre there very easily. And then we have the pool and beach towel service. I won't be hitting any beaches here, but I may well be hitting the pool. And it says that these are yours to take ashore if you wish to, but you must return it to the cabin, where it will be replaced with a clean towel on the last day of your cruise. Leave it behind, or you will be charged $30 for each towel. So they're not ones to take home. Then we have the ice bucket and some glasses. Lovely, nice kettle. We've got the mugs, and we have some milk, coffee, some PG tips, and we have some Tetley tea bags as well. It looks like Nescafe, decaf and regular there. And then Raymond is the cabin attendant. So the cabin attendant is somebody who can help you with things like, you can reconfigure the bed, so you can turn this into 2 singles should you wish to. Over here we have the do not disturb sign. Breakfast order, you need to hang this on the door before 2 a.m. and fill out what you would like. I can't remember, is this included? There's a €4 delivery fee if you are a Bella Experience guest on this. And yeah, you can just have breakfast delivered to your cabin. I think with this being an interior cabin, it's not something that I would fancy doing here, but if you've got like a nice balcony room, that can be lovely to have breakfast on the balcony. And then the digital daily program here. So we have a QR code that you can scan to see what is going on board the ship. And there's also the app as well that you can use. You've also got room service, again with a QR code, and there is free Wi-Fi on board in terms of connecting to things like that. It doesn't allow you to access the internet, you have to pay for that, but if you want to kind of just use the Wi-Fi for using the MSC app, then yeah, that's all free and kind of included. And then we have a couple of wardrobes off to the side here. Just go in there and show you. So we have the safe there, quite a compact one. Lots of drawers, which is always very nice, loads of storage and hanging space, quite a few hangers, not too bad at all. And the life jackets up above here. And there's space down there to put suitcases. But if you are on a cruise for like a week or so, often what you can do is slide suitcases under the bed. There's usually loads of space under there. So do utilize that if you want to maximize your wardrobe space within a cabin, especially if you're on board the ship for some time. Minibar is locked, probably a good thing. And then through to the bathroom here, we have temperature control here. It's nice and cool at the moment. And then into the bathroom we go. And then we have the sink here and the shelves. I love these little shelves where you can lay everything out, and having 3 is lovely. So you can really get all your products out nicely. A couple of glasses there for toothbrushes and razors and that sort of thing. Nice big mirror, very, very nice. And this is the shower. Towels off to the side here, and the toilet just here. Shower looks like a fairly decent size. Although, yeah, I've definitely had roomier ones on a cruise ship before now. Let's just see what the height situation's like. Yeah, this feels quite tight actually, getting in. Does this door, whoa, oh, they swing out. That's why. They do swing outwards, which makes much more sense, so you can step in this way. Okay, that's better. That feels a lot easier to go in that way. And the height's good, look at that. This isn't even on its highest setting at the moment, and you can get that right the way up, which I'm going to do now because I like to have it nice and high when I have a shower. But yeah, I've got plenty of space here, and I'm just over 6 foot. So there we go. Yeah, feels nice and roomy once you're in. Just have to watch the flappy doors. So that is the cabin tour complete. I'm going to dump the cases into here now. So I've just pulled the app up. It says that the MSC Preziosa will set sail at 7:30. The crew wishes you a pleasant stay, and my next event is the compulsory safety drill today at 16:45. One of the first things you need to do when you embark a cruise ship is to find your muster station should there be an emergency. And once you've found it, you have to scan your cruise card so that they know that you've been to check it out, and that is a requirement for every single passenger. So there we go, compulsory safety drill, all aboard at 7 p.m. and departure from the port at 7:30. Then tomorrow is the sea day. You can then view the daily programme here, and this will say what is going on throughout the day. So lots is happening every day on board a cruise ship, so it's worth having a little bit of time to go through this and see what is happening and where, all the way around the ship. Usually with the evenings, especially if there's like evening entertainment, there might be like a theatre show on or some music you want to go and see. So definitely worth having a look at that kind of ahead of time, just to make sure that you know what is happening and where, and in case there's anything that you need to book in for as well. So always good to check this. Often on cruise ships this will be a piece of paper that's left on your bed, but it looks like that they are trying to go digital where possible, but I'm sure you can always pick up a paper copy of this down at reception. And when you're going through the cruise terminal, keep your eye out for the stands with these free magazines. They're all completely free, so I've picked up Homes and Gardens, National Geographic Traveller, Gentleman's Journal, World of Cruising, so you can book a cruise or look at some cruise inspiration whilst you're on your cruise, and also a nice handy sized Good Housekeeping, the Easter edition here. So yeah, that's fantastic, isn't it? So you can do a nice bit of magazine reading completely for free whilst on board. And yes, I couldn't help myself. I've unpacked. I'm an unpacker, as you may well know if you're a regular viewer. And yeah, the cabin was ready. They do say ready at 2 p.m, but in this instance, looked like it was all nice and ready. So yeah, I've done a quick unpack. I have come up to deck 14 to take a look at the buffet, the Inca buffet. Let's go on in and have a little look. It sounds like it's quite busy in here, so we'll see how we go. First thing we're greeted with is the pizza. The pizza on MSC ships is so nice. It's always freshly made, which is always good. Lots of nice fresh salad. And loads of fresh fruit here. I always like the mango and the pineapple and the melon on cruise ships. Got some nice nibbly bits here. Some looks like artichoke and chorizo and olives. Got baked pasta with meat sauce, and then pasta with garlic and tomato. We have some mashed potato, pork stew, broad bean, corn and sweet pepper, and grilled fish. And then we've got pork sausage here with gravy. Breads at the end. And we have the pretzels here. Got some ready-made salads here, and then different beef burgers, cheeseburgers. I've succumbed to the buffet. There's a nice little cheeseburger that caught my eye, and I got a nice bit of salad too. Included in your cruise fare, along with your food, is the drinks with breakfast. You get orange juice, pineapple juice, grapefruit, and ace juice. I'm not sure exactly what that one is. Maybe it's a mix. And then you've also got ice and water. So yeah, you can help yourself to this. They don't have the juices on at lunchtime, that's just for breakfast. And then you also have a tea and coffee station, so you can help yourself to hot drinks. And you've got filter coffee in here. And the filter coffee is really lovely. I've had it before on board, guessing it's the same. And then milk here. And then you've got the hot water dispenser if you want to have a cup of tea or an instant coffee. It's quite nice here at the back of the ship. You can dine with this lovely view. See how we're still attached. I'll be taking those ropes away a bit later on. Look how thick those ropes are. Wow. Okay, I'm going to head up to deck 15 now, just up the stairs out here, and have a little look at deck 15. Hopefully there'll be a bar up here. It's such a beautiful sunny day. I'm going to have a nice drink in the sunshine. You have the garden pool at the back of the ship here. There's no one in it. It's probably a little bit chilly today. Not sure if it's heated or not. Pool temperature here, that's actually not too bad at all. That's lovely in there. And we have the garden bar here. Okay, to give you an idea of some of the drinks available. So I've gone for the easy package on this cruise. Got things like margarita, tequila sunrise, Long Island iced tea, mojito, pina colada, strawberry daiquiri. You've got mocktails, different wines, Chardonnay, Pinot Grigio, Rosé, Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Heineken draft and bottled beer. So cheers everybody, welcome aboard. I thought I'd run you through the drinks package that I've purchased for this one. I wasn't sure whether to pay as you go or not. The drinks packages are actually going to be changing soon on MSC ships, whereby they're limiting the alcohol that you can have per day. I think it's limited to 15 alcoholic drinks per passenger per day, which I think is plenty, but I think there are some passengers that do like to really indulge when they're on board a ship, and they maybe drink and spread it throughout the day. Maybe they have a few beers at lunchtime, some wines with dinner, and then a few cocktails throughout the afternoon, and potentially before you know it, you have had more than 15, I'm not sure. But I just thought I'd let you know how much it cost for this trip. So it was £74 per person. Now, when you are on a cruise and you book a drinks package, each person in that cabin has to be on the drinks package, so you can't just have one of you on it and then, you know, your friend or your partner or whoever you're traveling with on a no package. So basically it's per cabin, so you have to keep that in mind. So if one of you drinks and one of you doesn't, you're both going to pay for the alcohol package. I went for the basic alcohol package, which includes selected classic or international cocktails like the ones I just showed you. Also your non-alcoholic cocktails and mixed drinks. Spirits including whiskey, vodka, gin, rum, tequila, brandy. You get one brand per type, and I think it's like your standard, kind of like your Smirnoff for vodka, Gordon's gin, that sort of thing. And then house wines, you've got red, white, sparkling or rosé, and you've got a few different options there. I think there was things like Chardonnay, Pinot Grigio, draft beer, Heineken or bottled beer, which is Heineken as well. And then you've got soft drinks from the fountain, canned soft drinks as well, and fruit juices by the glass, along with bottled mineral water, hot drinks including espresso, cappuccino, cafe latte, hot tea and hot chocolate. So some of those drinks you can get included in the package. If you don't drink alcohol and you don't really drink a lot of fizzy drinks, I wouldn't bother, to be honest. I'd just pay as you go, because you can get juices at breakfast, you've got water throughout the day, tea and coffee, all included in your cruise fare. So worth weighing it up and looking at the different options. But for alcohol, £74 per person, which is £37 per day. So you've got like all of today and then the full sea day as well. I thought isn't too bad. You know, some of the drinks are knocking on to around €9, so that's like 4 drinks, and I'm sure probably have more than 4 per day, we'll see. So I thought the drinks package was pretty good value. It does come up cheaper if you pre-book it before your cruise. They were offering drinks packages as you get on as well. Sometimes they'll do you a good deal when you board your cruise. The other thing with drinks packages to bear in mind is that you have to book them for the duration of your cruise. So unfortunately you can't just pick and choose what day you would like to drink the alcohol, which I think is a shame, because, you know, if you are on a kind of 7-day cruise, I personally wouldn't want to be drinking alcohol every single day across those 7 days. And sometimes when you've got shore excursions, you're not there on the ship to kind of take advantage of the drinks package. So it's worth factoring that in as well. And if you are going to be getting off the ship and exploring different places, probably going to be wanting to maybe enjoy an alcoholic drink when you're out and about. So definitely worth keeping that in mind as well, because you can always pay as you go, and the drinks aren't really extortionate. They're kind of just like normal bar prices from what I've seen. Well, it's turning into a lovely sunny afternoon here in Southampton, and everybody's out enjoying the sun lounges and the hot tubs. You've got 2 hot tubs down here by the pool and a bar off to the side. Very nice. Lots of lounges as well, and they kind of go up around onto this top deck up here too. If you are setting sail from Southampton, I do always recommend that you try and get here nice and early. I know you might be travelling from somewhere else in the UK. If you are doing that, you can always overnight in Southampton quite reasonably. There's hotels like the Travel Lodge and the Premier Inn that are quite reasonable there, and it can kind of take that stress out of the travel day, so you can just relax in the morning and, you know, take a taxi or wander over to the cruise terminal. But yeah, if you can get here nice and early, it really extends the time on your cruise, especially if you're going on quite a short one in terms of its duration. It kind of ends up being pretty much a full day if you get down here and on board by lunchtime. You can enjoy the afternoon, you can enjoy the sunshine, get out on the deck if it is a sunny day like it is today. And we're in March and it's quite mild, it's not too warm at all, but people are still enjoying the pool. So yeah, it's lovely. And then you've got nice views over to the water here in Southampton. Sun is shining, happy days. Yeah, I'm just going to enjoy a drink up here on the deck, enjoy the afternoon sunshine. It's a Friday, so I've got the Friday feeling, and I think everybody on board has as well. Coming onto this ship, it did feel like a little bit of a party ship. I've seen lots of people wandering around with a drink in hand and all in good spirits. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. And then this is the indoor pool, being warm in here. It's a nice place to come to if it's cold outside, a warmer swim. And you've also got table tennis and table football off to the sides here. Right, let's continue. I'm heading up to the top deck now. Got a nice view from up here back down over to the pool area, and from up here we've got a view back over Southampton. You can see all the shipping containers over there, and over there you can see IKEA, and you can see where we walked through earlier. See that little kind of looks like a bridge? That's the sign as you come into the port. You can see here is where Dunelm is, which is just opposite the station. So you kind of just walk around the road there, come through this, and then you just walk all the way around. It's the terminal building here. And yeah, down there you can see the walkways to embark the ship. Looks strange when you see it like this, because obviously it's a totally different experience as you're walking through it. For any of you that are stopping here on a cruise in Southampton, you can head on into the historic area of Southampton, have a look at that, or you could go to the train station and take the train to London for the day. You could get to Waterloo in, you know, within a couple of hours and spend some time there and be back in time for setting sail in the evening. So yeah, that would definitely be well worth doing. They do have excursions as well. The thing with excursions is if you are booked on one, the ship is then responsible for you being back on the ship and back in time. So they kind of take responsibility for you then. However, if you choose to do your own kind of transport, that is then your responsibility to get yourself back on the ship before it sets sail. So it's a good idea whenever disembarking the ship at one of the destinations to always double check what time the ship is going to be setting sail, what time the all aboard time is, just so you don't miss that. Can you imagine? Now, just up these stairs here is the MSC Yacht Club. So this is kind of like a premium priced experience, I guess. So they kind of occupy the front of the ship. I've never done it myself before. I like the cheap and cheerful, but if you do want to kind of upgrade to that experience, you have the Yacht Club members only. To be honest, I've never really looked into the Yacht Club in terms of its pricing and stuff. So maybe that's something we'll look into in the future. And then we have the MSC Area Spa. So this is where you can come to book a massage or use the facilities here. They've got barbers, hairdressers. It's all very nice, very relaxed. You have a smoothie bar in here, and you can get like protein shakes as well, which are included in some of the drinks packages. I think it's the more premium ones that those are included in, but they all sound really nice, or you can pick them up for €8. And then through to the gym. It's a lovely big gym. Loads of machines in here. You've got loads of treadmills, which all have fantastic sea views. Lots of machinery as well. Plenty of weights. Just got some information here on some of the pricing for the massages and things like that. And if you want to use the thermal area, you can get a day pass. Standard day, that's when it's a sea day, it's €50. If it's a port day, you can actually get it for €37, so a little bit cheaper. So if you don't want to get off the ship, that can be something you could do instead, and you get it a little bit cheaper. There's also a couple's day pass, which gives you some reduction as well. And then you have a cruise pass, but you need to ask at reception for that if you want to have access to the thermal area for your entire cruise. And then you've got all the different treatments. Some of these it's better to book prior to your cruise. You'll get those a little bit cheaper if you pre-book them. Okay, on deck 7 now, we have the Platinum Theatre here. This way you can come for a show in the evening time. Looks very glitzy. This one has like a dress circle or an upper circle, and then the stalls level down there. So a really big theatre. Looks like they're getting ready for the show tonight. And it looks like we have a bar area through here. I like these mirrors, kind of like little portholes. And through here is the casino. I'm loving all this kind of Greek style decor they've got going on. I'm not a gambling man myself, but oh, people smoking in here. Wow. Very glitzy space here. Look at these stairs. And it's very quiet in here if you want to come somewhere to relax. What a lovely vibe. And this is called El Dorado. This area is the art gallery, and you have these really cool sculptures in here. Okay, on to another bar area. This one's called the Green Sax. It looks like they have a bit of a stage area in here, so they probably have live music or karaoke. This one's quite busy actually, seems to be very popular. There's some DJ decks in the centre there, got some different cocktails. And this takes us through to the main lobby area. Got the glitzy stairs that we always see on MSC ships, very, very nice. And it looks like we have they call it the logo shop, so kind of like the souvenirs over here. I think it's closed at the moment, but you've got they're fun, they're like little sunglasses with the sailor's hat on. I love them. What else have we got? Little mugs of the day, we've got the little rubber ducks. I still have never got to grips with the rubber duck thing on cruise ships, but I know that is a thing. And we have beach towels as well. More merchandise up here. Little sun hats. Off to the side here we have Il Cappuccino, the coffee bar, which is rather nice. And there's a jewellery shop off to the side here. Things like Lacoste, Swarovski, Calvin Klein, a few different brands if you fancy picking up some jewellery whilst on board. And then through here, this is quite a nice chilled area. La Locanda. Oh, so we have a pizzeria and wine bar. A lot of these places people do just come to chill out, and if they're looking for somewhere a bit quieter while it's closed, I think this just opens up to food and drink in the evening, but I think people will just come and sit and chill out in spaces like this. You'll occasionally see people just off to the sides on their laptops or just having a cup of tea. And then here we have the Butcher's Cut restaurant, which is closed at the moment, but this is one of the specialty restaurants. Looks like they do lots of like meats and steaks and things like that. Kind of cool the way the ceiling here is mirrored, so it's like an infinity ceiling. Stop to grab a little coffee. Il Cappuccino. It's a really nice little spot here. You can sit up at the bar in these nice leather seats, very comfortable, and enjoy a nice coffee. Oh, you get a little MSC chocolate on the side. Lovely. It is a little bit later on. I'm all changed and ready for dinner. I've booked an early dinner throughout the cruise. You can set your cruise dinner time to either an earlier one or a late one. The earlier one is 6 p.m, which is quite early, but if then you felt like you wanted to change your mind, you can always switch it up. You just phone up and you can amend your booking time and reservation. They might have like limited availability, but they can usually squeeze you in somewhere else throughout the evening. But yeah, 6 p.m is good today. I'm gonna have a nice early dinner. So I've got changed. I've got a Primark top on. This was from the sale, and I've kept the same t-shirt. Literally everything else is the same basically, apart from I've changed my trainers into a pair of shoes. So let's go. Okay, so here are the starters. We have seafood and vegetable hot sticker combo. I have no idea what that is. Marinated goat's cheese and crispy poultry. We have Nicoy's salad, niçoise I should say. I always read it how it's spelt. And potato lentil soup, main courses. We have some pasta, lemon risotto with calamari rings, sounds good. Halibut, prime beef of sirloin English cut with roast potatoes, root vegetables. Yorkshire pudding, oh that sounds nice. Lamb madras curry and falafel. And then we have desserts, you have cheese selection also, warm apple strudel, gâteau opera, almond biscuit, chocolate and coffee cream, vanilla diplomat cream, no idea what that is, ice cream and sorbet and a fresh fruit plate as well. I know with the desserts you can go for the cheese selection and have a dessert as well if you fancy doubling up if you're really hungry. And then we've also got some additionals, grilled lobster tail, T-bone steak. We have the always available menu, which is the Parma ham, cherry tomatoes and basil, cream of tomato soup, pasta, you've got the salmon fillet, chicken biryani, grilled chicken breast, grilled beef mince steak. Oh, this all sounds really good. Steak and chips, that's always a firm favourite. I've had that before. And then you have the wine options here. And I'm going to go for the niçoise salad and the prime beef sirloin English cut with the roast potatoes and vegetables and Yorkshire pudding. It was the Yorkshire pudding that sold it for me, to be honest. And then I think I'm going to go for the gâteau opera for dessert, almond biscuit, chocolate and coffee cream. And I might also do the cheese selection, why not? Okay, my Nicoy's salad has arrived. I'm going to dig in now. My main has arrived, this looks lovely. And here we have the cheese and biscuits and also my dessert. I love the MSC branding on the side here. Very nice. Well, dinner was very nice. I thoroughly enjoyed that and the service was so quick. The food was coming out in no time at all. And now I come up to the top deck because it is the Sailaway, a rather rainy one. It has started to drizzle here in Southampton, England, but we are moving. So yeah, it's time to say goodbye to England and make our way to Hamburg in Germany. Come to the main lobby because the gift shop is open. I can't resist a little look, and sometimes when you're on the cruise ship they do have odd opening times with the lobby, and sometimes on the day you're disembarking the shop will be closed. If you want to get something like a fridge magnet, which as you might know I do like my fridge magnets, then it is a good idea to get it sooner rather than later. Oh, these are cute, the little mascot teddies. Very sweet. Last time I checked out their merchandise, it was quite limited, so I'm hoping things have got a little bit more interesting. I think it actually is looking like a little bit more... Oh wow, that's a big old pen. It's one of those multicoloured ones. It's huge. Who needs a pen that big? I do like the ones with different colours though, but yeah, that is massive. Got a little cruise ship pullback toy. Press down for ship horn sound. I feel like we have to give that a go. Don't know if you can hear that. To get my microphone a little bit closer. We also have the cruise ship captain here, giving Barbie vibes. Look at the outfit, it's so cool. That's really good. €19.90, that's not too bad at all. Got little blankets and like beach throws, neck pillow. What have we got here? Little hamper with some discount on it. That's rather nice. I do love a lanyard. How fun are these with the glittery effect going on? You've got all different colours, you have ones for different outfits, and you've got the branded ones as well. These are to attach your cabin key to, your cruise card. They're quite sweet with the little logo on. And then we have the little ducks here. You've got this little chap, and then you have this one as well, and even MSC swimming trunks. If you're feeling stressed, they have these little squishy cruise ships. They've even got branded jewellery here. Look at that, MSC. Do these have the branding on? Yeah, look at that on the charms. Loads of the keychains as well. They're actually rather nice. And we have one here for the ship. I wonder if this ship has its own fridge magnet. I like the little mascots, they're so cute. Little carabiner clips, that's always quite handy. You can clip like something to your bag with that. Little sailors, captain as well. Yep, they've definitely upped the game with the old merchandise. Oh, they've got pins as well if you're a pin collector. I know that's quite popular. Another keyring, that's rather nice. Wowee. What have we got here? A foldable handbag hook and a phone ring. These are very cool. Look at these sunglasses, captain shades. Love those. And then up here we have little bottle openers. Oh, they're magnetic ones. Prices aren't too bad for merchandise. I think, yeah, sometimes they can be a lot more pricey than that. Mugs, notebooks. Ah, here are the fridge magnets. What have we got? I love MSC. And then we've got this one here. It says MSC with the kind of rope. Oh, this is the ship. There we go. Maybe I'll pick up one of those. It's a bit boring, isn't it? Just the photo, but it does actually have the ship's name on. Last time I came on one of these, it didn't have that. So, yeah, I can't see the price. What have we got here? Where to next? Little standard branded one there. Yeah, okay, the fridge magnets aren't as exciting as the key rings, but at least it can tell you what ship you've been on. They've also got quite a lot of clothing as well, so if you wanted to pick up an extra layer while you're on board, they've got little gilets that are branded up with the MSC on them. What are we talking for one of those? Can't actually see the prices there. A t-shirt's €15, that's not too bad, is it? And little polo shirts for €20. I think the prices are actually pretty good going. You get a bit of discount if you get two as well. These are rather nice, the water bottles. And they've also got ones with a little carry handle as well. Oh, binoculars, how much are they? €21. I want to get some binoculars for the opera, but I want some more ornate ones than that. They've even got little sewing kits. They've certainly upped the game. Oh, this is cool. Little folding silicone cup. You fancy a beverage on the go. More swimming trunks here. They've also got the bathrobes as well. I like these little notebooks, cruising notes. They're so cute, €5 each. Okay, let's see what we've got here. I've just come to the cappuccino bar, and they've actually got more cocktails here. We've got Cosmopolitan, which is my favourite. We've also got margaritas, Capricosa, Tequila Sunrise. Oh, there's a really good selection here, and also a spritz as well. So this is the Sports and Bowling Diner. This is where I think they're showing a lot of the matches and that sort of thing. So if you're into your sports, oh, they've got some old-fashioned, what are these? Are those skis? You're all going to correct me in the comments now. Are those skis? Old wooden skis, or are they something else? Have I had one too many Cosmopolitans? I promise I've only had a sip. It's a cool retro old phone. Do any of you remember this style? I'm guessing this is from the US. Very cool. Coin return, pull. We've got some signed merchandise here. Did pick up a couple of bits from the shop. I got two of these really sweet little MSC notebooks. I just really like the designs on these, and these were €5 each. Just thought they were really sweet. They'd make nice little gifts. And then I also got the fridge magnet that has the name of the ship on it. A little bit boring, but a nice memory for my first time on board Preziosa. So it sounds like they've got the pub quiz going on at the moment in the green sacks. They're just doing the music round in there. It's all very fun. Everyone's joining in. We have Sudoku Corner on board. This is cool. You can come and grab your puzzles from hard, medium, down to easy, or easy to hard, whichever way you like it. And we have the Cyber Cafe here. So I think, yeah, just through here, you have the option. Is this the Cyber Cafe? Well, I'm not sure actually. I think that's where they have, looks like photo printing. I spied this and thought we might have some second-hand luxury, but it's the classic Michael Kors jobbies that we often see on the cruise ships. Definitely if you're from the UK, you'll get these a lot cheaper in TK Maxx. You always see the Michael Kors in there, but possibly a good price if you are from overseas, depending on where you're travelling from. But yeah, if you're coming to the UK and you want one of these bags, I would recommend getting off and having a little look in TK Maxx in Southampton. Just off the main lobby, they've got the Diamond Bar and library as well. Have to find the library. And yeah, the Diamond Bar seems quite relaxed actually, not as busy. Yeah, quite a nice peaceful vibe up here, and they've got the windows as well. And then it looks over so you can see down to lots of hen parties I've noticed on board, enjoying themselves. Just spotted this corridor that takes you to Via del Oro. Oh, they've got a little ice cream counter, homemade gelato. €4.50 for a cone, or you can get a cup for €3. That's not bad. We've got some shopping event going on here. 50% off Valentino bags. Show you a few prices. $129 for that one to give you an idea. I think there's a further 50% off some of these. So that's quite good, isn't it? Got some fashion here as well. Ooh, some menswear. I should be banned from shopping on cruises, especially when I've got a Long Island iced tea in hand. The problem is you can just hand over your cruise card and it all goes onto there, so you do have to be careful. What have we got in here? Some Emporio Armani. Lots of bags. There's a fair bit of Lacoste in store. Well, these backpacks are quite nice. I've got a very similar one. These are Armani ones. Up to 50% off selected Armani items. Or we might be going past the Isle of Wight. Quick wave to Hermione Chantal, as always. Look at that, we are racing along. Some belts here, Tommy Hilfiger, €62. Oh, that's quite cool. Maybe a bit thick for me. I like the stripe detail on that though. That's rather nice. This one's quite nice, this simple woven one. Prices aren't bad. Yeah, I like the simplicity of these. Calvin Klein, got some discount depending on how much you buy. These jackets are rather nice. Looks like they've got a little bit of evening wear in store if you do come away and you need to pick up something. Not loads, but yeah, bits and pieces. You'll probably find something. Yeah, they do have some dresses. What have we got? Of course, there's going to be some sparkle on a cruise. Let's see what the price are like. €105 for this one. €186. I don't know this brand, but you might recognise it. Derry, I think it is. Oh, they've got some men's shirts as well. These are quite nice. They've gone for a lot of blue and white stripes. Classic. Can't go wrong with that, can you? Like quite nice quality. What are we talking for one of these? €47. That's not too bad. A little bit officey though, aren't they? I like these ones. Rain's backpacks here. These are €120. I can't actually remember how much those are in the UK, so I can't compare it. It had some nice stuff in there. It all seems to be kind of concessions vibes. You know, when you have the kind of designer concessions, it kind of reminds me of that a little bit, actually, like you do find in some of those stores like TK Maxx and similar places, but some really nice bits, and definitely some nice bits if you were on your holiday and you were on a long cruise and you wanted to grab some essentials. They had some nice t-shirts and various bits and pieces in there, so yeah, worth a little browse. And the handbags are all nicely priced too, so if you did want to treat yourself, we've got some good stuff. Got some fragrances here, Calvin Klein. These are €19.90, that's pretty good going. Some old favourites, Spotting, 1881. We've got the D Squared, Elizabeth Arden, Fifth Avenue. Yeah, pretty good price for these. And then over here we've got some for $29.90. Larger bottles of CK1 or Ralph Lauren, Hugo, dark blue and Energized. Looks like we've got the duty free here. I'm not very good at memorising prices. Let's have a look. Oh, that's good. Oh no, that's for a deodorant stick. There we go. Shower gel, yeah, that's more like it. No, I don't think these are great bargains. 74 for 60ml. No, not good bargains, I don't think. Not compared to UK prices anyway. I guess it depends where you're travelling from. I know some of you have amazing exchange rates, like to the euro or to the pound, so obviously that will vary. My eyes are always drawn to a special offer. Seeing what we got here, bulk buys. Oh, I've got those masks. These are the ones that I never get around to actually using. I always take them and then don't get around to using them. I think I've said this on my cruise vlogs before, but if you are without fragrance on board the ship and you're off for dinner, just swing by the shop and you can try some nice fragrance and get yourself smelling good. Oh, Chanel No. 5, what a classic. How nice are these little Hermes gift sets? Twilly. Oh, these are so sweet. I love the packaging and the designs of these. So I'm now sitting in the Phoenician Plaza Bar, which is a really lovely setting. It's got the starry ceiling. They have these little cakes that you can have from the counter or little sandwiches. So if you fancy a snack and maybe like a nice coffee or a drink, really nice place to come. They've also got live music playing in here, so yeah, really, really lovely. And it's got a kind of Moroccan vibe in here, looking at the furniture, and then you've got the beautiful ceiling, and then the nice arches, slightly Greek touches in here as well. So yeah, nice atmosphere in here. It is the next day, it's the sea day. I slept very well. It was a little bit noisy to begin with. I wasn't sure whether I could hear some kind of engine noises or something. I'm not sure with being on deck 9 whether you would hear that, but yeah, to begin with I could hear some kind of rumblings and then had a really good night's sleep. So yeah, I'm going to go and head to breakfast. I'm going to try and get some breakfast in the Golden Lobster restaurant, have some formal dining breakfast. I always quite like to do that on cruise ships. Sometimes the buffet can be quite busy at breakfast times. Got the Mini Mal in here, duty-free shop. You can pick up bottles here, but I think you aren't allowed to take them to your cabin. I think you have to collect them like when you depart the ship. Prices seem quite reasonable. I have cigarettes in here as well, different liqueurs and things, Baileys. Yeah, here we go. There's the bags down there, so they bag everything up and then you can take it off the ship with you when you leave. They do have some electronics as well, power banks, things like that, speakers, hair straighteners. All sorts of things. Oh, what's this travel charger? Looks quite interesting. 3-in-1. It's got various medications in here too if you want to grab something, some Gaviscon, all that kind of stuff. Lots of things for indigestion. And then you've got all your toiletries in here too. So yeah, it's really handy, well stocked. Toothpaste, things like that. It's actually the brunch menu at the moment. It's now 10 a.m. with losing an hour with the time difference on the way over to Germany. So yeah, the brunch menu is actually quite extensive. You've got some kind of breakfast options on here, like you've got your different eggs and omelettes that you can order, Scottish Benedict, which has black pudding in it, salmon eggs Benedict, cheese omelette. Then you've also got some brunch classics, so you've got things like waffles and pancakes. There's a complete English breakfast if you fancy that, steak and kidney pie, avocado toast with smoked salmon, steak and eggs, fish and chips, Caesar salad, a vegan breakfast as well, which has scrambled tofu, sourdough toast, along with spinach, quinoa, mushrooms, grilled tomato and avocado. Then you've also got the cold cuts of meats and cheeses, and then there's also some desserts on the menu. Banana bread pudding with custard and dark chocolate avalanche cake with wild berry compote and fudge sauce. And then there's apple vanilla pie, ice cream and sorbet. It's all going on. Then you've got juices, hot drinks, selection of teas, and then there's also pastries, and you can order different breads as well. So very exciting menu. And you might be able to just see behind me, you see through the portholes there. Later, and this came through the door of the cabin. It says you are cordially invited to join the captain for a special event at the Platinum Theatre, Deck 7. Dress code is casual. This private event is our way of thanking you for choosing MSC again. I am a return passenger, as well as an ideal venue for meeting other members who share your passion for discovering the world by sea. We look forward to welcoming you back. So yeah, I'm going to head there now, see what that's all about. Well, there was me thinking that was going to be some intimate affair with the captain. Turned out to be the entire theatre full of passengers, all members, of course, of the MSC club. And it's well worth joining these things because I guess that means that you probably save money on future cruises. I think it does mean that you also potentially can get upgraded and things like that. On my very second cruise with MSC, I was upgraded from an interior cabin to a balcony cabin. That vlog is on my YouTube channel. So yeah, definitely worth joining any memberships you can when you do book your cruises to save on future ones. And then you do have the benefit of things like being invited to the events. If you didn't have the drinks package, the Prosecco was flowing, so you could have a few drinks there and enjoy yourself. So yeah, I'm now in the Preziosa bar. This is one of the bars that's just off the kind of main lobby. You've got the piano over there, someone's on that. And yeah, I'm just having a little cosmopolitan before dinner this evening. Morning, it is 8 a.m, time to check out of the cabin. You have to be out of your cabin by 8 a.m. on the day of disembarkment. It's always quite early on cruise ships, something to keep in mind. Usually then have a staggered time as to when you get off the ship, but yeah, in terms of getting out of your cabin, it's usually by 8 a.m. And if you've got larger suitcases with you and they need to be transported to the terminal, you actually have to leave those outside of your cabin the evening before as well. So you kind of have to get pretty much all packed up and ready to go the evening before. But with hand luggage, you don't need to worry about that. There is somewhere on board deck 6, I think it is, where you can leave suitcases while you have your breakfast. I'm going to do that now, drop them there and then go to the restaurant for a sit-down breakfast. I don't fancy the buffet. Sometimes the buffet on days like this can be really busy and feel a bit hectic. So yeah, I'm going to go to the Golden Lobster restaurant for breakfast before disembarking in Hamburg. One of the things when you do have an interior cabin like this one is you kind of don't really know where you are. So if you have the balcony cabin, you can get up nice and early and look out the window, or if you have a window in your cabin and see, you know, where you're arriving to and the port and everything like that. So that's one downside to the interior cabin. Plus side is that you do sleep really well. It's very dark and it was very quiet last night, so that rumbling noise had gone away. So here's the breakfast menu to give you an idea of the full breakfast menu. So you've got the farmer's breakfast, which is grilled gammon ham with sunny side up eggs. MSC Express, which looks like a bit of a fry up there with things like sausages, bacon, hash browns, tomato. Then you've got eggs and omelettes of your choice, different omelettes, eggs Benedict, eggs Florentine, scrambled eggs with cheese. Then from the sea, you've got the roll mops, pickled herring rolls. I absolutely love those. Not for everybody, but I love them, so I'm going to get those. Grilled kippers, smoked salmon. Then you've got your cold cuts, hot sides as well if you want to order like an additional bit of black pudding or sausage or whatever, vegetables and potatoes. And then you've got an English cheese selection. And then you've got hot and crispy. So this is buttermilk pancakes, Belgian waffles, or cinnamon raised French toast with syrup. And then you've got pastries, bread rolls. You've also got your cereals, cold cereals, birch and muesli, fruit yogurts, bread spreads, things like jams, preserves, honey, butter and margarine. You've got kids menu, which includes chocolate chip or banana pancakes, muffins, mini croissants, mini waffles. All sounds delicious, even mini French toast, that's so cute. And then you've got beverages like fruit juices, different hot drinks, selection of teas and infusions as well. So after taking these suitcases to the casino where you kind of had to queue up and get a little ticket for them, I did notice that people are actually leaving their suitcases just outside the restaurant here. There's like a bit of a corridor as you go in and lots of the suitcases were lined up there. So I think that would have been a bit quicker, but I didn't know that was the option. So might be worth looking at that if you're doing a similar thing. And something else to be aware of if this is your first time cruising, and that is that you'll need your cruise card to disembark the ship. This is how they scan you on and off the ship to make sure that you've departed. So if you are disembarking, whether you're going off the ship for a day or whether this is the end of your cruise, you need to have this with you. Well, that was a very nice breakfast. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I've now come up to the deck to have a little look at the view across to Hamburg. It's a beautiful day here. It's a little bit chilly, but yeah, the sun's out. You can see over there the Elbphilharmonic building, standing proud. So I just priced an Uber to the train station in Hamburg, and it's over 30 euros. So even for two, it's more than getting the shuttle. So I'm going to take the shuttle, which is 10 euros per person, and then take the train from Hamburg station to the airport where I'm collecting a hire car. And that will work out at around 13 euros per person instead of, it'll be 25 for the shuttle directly to the airport. And the train is really good and really efficient. The plan today is to go to a place called Lubeck, so I'll bring you there for a little look around. So here we are in Lubeck. It is a Sunday today, so a lot of the shops, or pretty much all the shops, will be closed today. But it's a lovely sunny day, so yeah, we'll go for a little wander around. Gosh, it's rather busy down here. This is where we have the puppet museum, which was closed last time I came here. So I wonder if this is opened up now. Yeah, that looks like it's all opened up now. You've got the marionette theatre and museums. You can go and watch like puppet shows in there, puppet shows for grown-ups and for kids as well. From just up here, where it's kind of like the churchyard, you can see the top of the buildings, you get a good view of them. You can see the modern bit that's been built on, and then to the side here, you have the original buildings. You just get a good view from above. So this is the main shopping street here. You've got things like TK Maxx, loads of different shops down here. Quite like a browse in the shops here, so it's a shame it's a Sunday and everything's closed. But over here is the Niederegger Lubeck marzipan shop, and also it has the museum in there as well, which is kind of cool. You've got all these different figurines made out of marzipan. I'm just jumping to voiceover now, because guess who hit mute on their microphone? But yeah, outside the front you have this little coffee shop which was selling ice cream, and then you can also pick up a nice marzipan flavoured coffee from in there too. And then across from Niederegger you have this beautiful building with the really ornate staircase on the exterior. So let's go in and take a little look around in store. They had all the lovely Easter displays. This is made out of marzipan, which I just think is so impressive. And they had these really sweet little baskets made up with ribbons, loads of lovely Easter gifts in store. And then moving around, you have the individual kind of pick and mix, loads and loads of different Easter gifts to choose from, and another Easter bunny that again was all made out of marzipan. I just think this is so impressive. I just love the Easter displays here. How sweet are these little rolling pins with the little patterns on to roll out? I'm guessing it's to roll out the marzipan to create patterns into it. And how nice do these cakes look? And the prices are really good too, from $3.60. I love these little ceramic touches they've added to the marzipan boxes. I think you can get similar ones in Poundland. I did pick up some little rabbits. A really nice little way to create a gift with the ribbons on here. And then another display all made out of marzipan. Again, you have all the different Easter bunnies and Easter eggs too. And then more of the pick and mix marzipan. And then upstairs you have the cafe and also the museum. So the cafe is this beautiful kind of old school design, really lovely interior. And they serve up coffee and cakes and marzipan cakes, and it all looked absolutely delicious. Really nice place to come to. You can just wander up from the shop. And then if you continue up the stairs, that takes you to the museum, and up there you can learn more about the history of the marzipan, and also you can look at some really impressive displays that are in fact made out of marzipan as well. So all of these life-sized figures are completely made out of the marzipan. You also have some artworks in there too that again are made out of the marzipan. It is absolutely fascinating, well worth a look and free to get into. And from this floor you also get a really good view across the street, so it's well worth having a little look out of the window as well. Okay, if you can manage to answer 4 questions in a row correctly, you'll receive a delicious surprise. Let's give this a go. Marzipan gold thalers and gold bars, that is named are Lubeck gold, marzipan gold, pirate gold, Hansel gold. Ooh, I'm going to go for Lubeck gold. Oh, the window displays are also worth a little look. How sweet is this little classroom lesson going on by the looks of things? It's all Easter themed at the moment, when you've got loads of rabbits. Absolutely adorable. I would have thought you could make so much stuff with marzipan. And then if you just turn off around the corner from the marzipan shop, you get a really nice little shopping street, which is worth a look. They've got nice cafes down here and lots of nice little independent stores as well. Yeah, all the shops here are so sweet. It's a shame they're not open today, but maybe it's a good thing. If you see any alleyways like this one as you're walking around, it's always worth popping down them, because lots of these actually have little properties within them. So they have usually really cute little cottages kind of tucked away off the main streets. Let's just see what we've got back in this one to give you an example. But yeah, there's loads of them around, so it's always worth popping down them. Look how lovely is this? You've got this little square of different cottages, and yeah, people live in these, and they're just tucked back off the main streets. Okay, I'm going to grab a bite to eat for lunch. I'm going to go into Junge Bakery, which always has really lovely little rolls and cakes and things like that. How nice does all of this look? Oh yum, these crumble cookies look good. Wow. Cakes look really nice too. What else have we got? Pasta, salads, different smoothies. And the water here is filtered through all of these different minerals, and they use this water to bake the dough, and it says that it makes it taste better because the water is purified. When I switch the tap on here, you can see how that works. It's very cool. yeah, I think I'm going to wrap the vlog up here. I hope you've enjoyed coming on this cruise with me and having a little look around Lubeck in Germany. Hopefully it's given you some handy information if you're new to cruising as well, and there's been some tips that will be helpful to you. Let me know in the comments if you've ever been on this particular cruise or if you've sailed on MSC Preziosa. Let me know what you thought. And yeah, do give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, so don't miss any of my future travels and all of my regular vlogs back at home in London. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.